Elaine, 1994. Elaine was a most memorable lady, a pleasure to meet and a treat to know. She developed cancer in her 50s, and I came to meet her shortly after her diagnosis was termed terminal. This sweet, humble lady was bullied and abused from childhood and on into a marriage with a bore and bully. At our first meeting, Elaine was fearful of me and seemed cowed. I knew a beaten puppy when I saw one, and too much had been obviously put on this poor soul. I started asking simple, unimportant questions to melt the ice and get her to feel comfortable and under no pressure. Sadly, what she came up with was a shocking remark that hurt me like a blow. She said, "I'm just a piece of garbage and I need to be thrown out." When I did recover enough to talk, I told her she was a precious soul and the equal of anyone, and I will prove it to you. She had been convinced by cruel people that she was a lesser person. I resolved to show her kindness and respect and gently ask questions about her past, and the whole tawdry story came pouring out. She sobbed uncontrollably for some time while I applied a wet face cloth to her face and consoled her. I told her not to speak. Just let me comfort you, and we will talk later. About 1 a.m., Elaine dropped off to sleep, and I just held her hand and did not move. About 3 a.m., she awoke and seemed surprised to see me still there. I told her, "I will be with you all night, so just relax. Know I care about you." She said, "No one has ever cared about me." I could see it would take some time to build up a trust, to show absolutely no aggressiveness, just patient kindness and gentleness was what was needed here. Before morning, the story of an abusive stepson and husband had me in tears of anger. When I left about 7 a.m., she asked me if I would come back. I promised I looked forward to talking with her, and I enjoyed her company. She seemed surprised at that. I also knew that she did not have much time, and wanted to make her time as pleasant as could be. When I came in, she was wide awake and hesitantly reached for my hand. I took her hand and sat beside her and finally got Elaine to talk about herself. It really seemed to help her unburden and not be ridiculed. She asked who paid me to do this, so I had to explain all about hospice. She could not imagine a man doing anything like this, probably because of the men in her life. Around 4 or so, I could see she was in difficulty, but bravely tried to speak. She finally told me, "I feel safe with you," and drifted off to sleep. The next night when I came in, she was so low I knew the end was near. Bending down to hear her whisper, she said, "I want to thank you for being with me so much. It was such a huge effort for Elaine." I said, "I will talk." I told her she was a sweet and humble woman. I was the lucky one to spend time with her. Her eyes opened wide, and pointing to the other side of the bed, she said, "Who is that nice man smiling at me?" I saw no one and did not know what to say. When I bent down to talk to Elaine, I noticed she had gone. What a special moment, how moving and awesome. With whom can I share this special incident? What did she see? I just stayed there, hating to leave. It never becomes ordinary. I do feel I gave that poor soul some comfort, but I wonder how many poor women are out there with no one to talk to.